Hello, everyone. Thanks for being with us here bright and early on Saturday morning. I want to kick it off with a reflection question. I want you to imagine how you felt back when you were a kid. What did you dream of? What were your hopes? What were your ideals? Who were your role models? Who inspired you? And who helped you become the person that you are today? What opportunities did you have access to? 10 years ago, I was 19 and I was rollerblading with a friend, and I was thinking about my teenage years and my youth and my childhood and how privileged it was for me to grow up having access to opportunities and to have people who asked me my opinion and who gave me an opportunity to find my voice. And I launched an online community in an international organization called Taking It Global, and we've created a community with over hundreds and thousands of youth from all around the world who are connecting with one another, supporting one another. And it's about providing that access to opportunity and exposure and possibility and encouragement to create change in local communities around the world. And so several years ago, I was selected to become a young global leader. And last year in 2009, we formed a youth task force. And many young global leaders are very committed to helping empower young people. And as we think about this whole Global Redesign Initiative, we formed the Youth Task Force. And our mission was really to provide input from young people into the Global Redesign Initiative. So we launched online consultations, reaching thousands of young people from all around the world through all of our different networks. Over 30 of us YGLs, we came together. We ran online consultations on the 6 different pillars of the GRI. I know the pillars are expanding. And in addition to the online consultations, we ran town hall meetings. We created a toolkit for decision makers, whether it be from the media, from business, from government, to work with groups of young people and ask them, what are the challenges that you're facing? What recommendations do you have for world leaders? And what can you do? What action can you take in your community to make a difference? And so I'm here to share some of those highlights with you. From Colombia, they talked about how important it is to have exchange and how you can't hate someone that you get to know as a friend. From Mongolia, they talked about having a global anthem. What about at every global conference and event, we all sing one song as one community and one humanity? In Jordan, they talked about having safe places for kids to play, how important it is for kids to be able to go outside and have safe places to play. In China, they talked about the importance of China being a bridge to other cultures and being more open. In Israel, they talked about, what if we could get community service hours to have access to free education? In Rwanda, they talked about investment in youth opportunities. Can we allocate funds to give young people support to develop their own projects and to have access to infrastructure to organize meetings and campaigns? In LA, they want internships. They want access to job creation skills through access to internships, whether it be 4 months or 6 months. In London, the United Kingdom, what they talked about was how important it is to have voice and how important it is to focus on prevention. Don't just solve the problems after they've blown up. Try to anticipate and focus on prevention, whether that be related to health. Also in Cincinnati, what do they talk about? HIV prevention. Emphasis on prevention was huge. For sustainability in Canada, a huge statement was that water should not be polluted as an act of warfare. Also in Lebanon, can we invest in renewable energies and think about new ways to actually have more sustainable energy? In Tokyo, Japan, 9-year-olds, we're talking about not polluting our oceans and rivers. Enhancing security is all about investing in opportunity. In Mexico, what the young people talked about was how unemployment, when it rises, people turn to crime as a way to survive for themselves and for their families. So we need to focus on addressing issues of unemployment among youth. And in Nigeria, they really highlighted the importance of issues of corruption and naming and shaming those who are corrupt. And so my question to you here today is, are you listening? Are you listening to the young people in your lives, whether it be in your family, in your organizations, in your community? Are you asking them, what do you think? What do you care about? Are you becoming a bridge for intergenerational dialogue and partnership? My other question to you is, are you enabling? One of the ideas we came up with is the 5% for the Future campaign, which is actually to invest 5% of funding towards 50% of the world's population, youth-led solutions. We're also developing a toolkit for decision makers to be able to work with youth more effectively, and we hope to launch that in Tanzania at the next Young Global Leaders Summit in a few months from now. Finally, we're calling upon world leaders to just think more broadly about their youth engagement strategies. How are you partnering with youth? And we just invite you to imagine a world where young people everywhere are actively engaged and connected in shaping a more peaceful, inclusive, and sustainable world. Thank you.